Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Jimmy Dore Show. Next live Jimmy Dore Show, October 12th. That's a Friday in Burbank, California. Get your tickets right there. Hey, I'm here with the Miserable Liberal and Ron Placone. How you guys doing?
Hi,
Hello.
Jimmy.
Ron's on tour in November. Where are you at, Ron?
Yeah, in November I'm going to Sacramento, San Francisco, Austin, Texas, and Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Tickets for all those shows available at ronplacone.com.
You know, one of the funny things to me is that the right wing doesn't understand that they're not rebels. Like, if you're a conservative and you vote Republican and what have you, and that's whatever, that's your choice, and we can talk about it. You know me, I don't even vote for Democrats, so. But you have to know that if you're inside of a movement that calls itself conservative, you're not a rebel. You're the opposite. You're a status quo person. You like how stuff is. So it's always interesting to me when they get chagrined that their heroes aren't also fall in line guys. So being a conservative, you're law and order, fall in line, listen to authority. That's what being conservative is all about. And so it's funny when they like people who are the opposite of that, like Willie Nelson.
Mm-hmm.
So Willie Nelson, by the way, is not a conservative. He's a pot-smoking outlaw. So this is from The Hill. Fans are boycotting Willie Nelson after he agreed to headline Beto O'Rourke's rally. Whew, that's got to be tough. Wait a minute, Bert, Willie Nelson's not a conservative? He doesn't love cops? So Ted Cruz supporters are surprised that pot-smoking outlaw is not a conservative? It's not a Rubik's Cube. He's a pot-smoking outlaw. You think Kaepernick is an outlaw? This guy literally is breaking laws. That's what country music used to be about, by the way. Anti-establishment outlaws. Not what it is, country music has morphed into today, which is every jagoff of the world trying to be elected king of the fucking Boy Scouts. Ugh. Singing about the flag and their country and their mama and their fucking dog. Ugh.
There's still some good stuff out there, but that's not the stuff. Like, the stuff you're talking about is like the CMA mainstream stuff.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
There's still good country music out there, but not the popular country music.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Willie Nelson is the real deal.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why he's not a fucking conservative. He's the real country music guy. He's a real rebel. Which is why he stands up for the people who fight the power, not for people who use the power to suppress the people. And if you're a conservative, you're not fighting the power. It's like they don't understand that. They think, because they've tricked themselves into thinking the white men in America are somehow an abused minority. Someday, male whitey will have his day. Someday. I love even Amy Nelson, his daughter, tweeted out, "I'm so proud of my dad for standing with Beto O'Rourke. They actually care about the people, unlike Ted Cruz, who is undeniably in the pocket of the private prison lobby." Undeniably in the pocket. So that's what the Willie Nelson and his daughter think about you guys. Private prisons suck. Marijuana is cool. That's Willie Nelson. That's a real rebel. Not like you guys who are bootlicking conformists. If you're a supporter of Ted Cruz, you're a bootlicking conformist who likes religion. Ugh.
I actually went to the Willie Nelson Facebook page because I was curious, and I think some of it was the media kind of taking a headline and running with it, because for every comment that was like, "Oh, I'm shocked. I won't support anymore, America," there were like 3 or 4 that are like, "Have you not listened to anything this guy has said for 40 years?" No,
they haven't. No,
right?
They don't. They just like, well, that sounds good. The little redhead, my redheaded piano. Oh, dude. You know, he did a good Taco Bell commercial.
It's like the people who just heard Born in the USA. Didn't pay attention to the verses.
That's right.
Didn't pay attention to the verses.
That's right. Well, they used to... Didn't Bruce Springsteen tell Ronald Reagan to stop using that song at his campaign? That did happen, I'm pretty sure. So there you go. There's nothing sweeter than watching a bunch of conservatives' mind get blown that someone that they like is not also a bootlicking rule follower. The thing that appeals to me about stand-up comedy is that we break the rules. There's no rules. And if there is a rule, you break it. You know, why am I blanking on their names? The Smothers Brothers. Smothers Brothers, who, by the way, got taken off the air by Nixon. The Smothers Brothers, I saw a documentary on comedy, and one of the Smothers Brothers, they asked him, I think it was Tommy, then he was talking about, I said, well, if you tell a comedian not to do something, that's the first thing he's going to go do if he's a real comedian. And it's always funny to me when club owners would come up to me before a show, hey, don't talk about this and don't talk about that. It's the first fucking thing I'm going to talk about. Hey, don't mention how hot it is in here. Have you ever had that happen, Ron, at a club? They'll come and say, don't mention how hot it is. What are you, fucking, yes, you're an asshole. Yes, I'm going to mention how hot it is. Hey, everybody, pretend. Comedy's all about calling out what's actually happening and not pretending, but we're all going to pretend we're not sweating our balls off because the AC is broken. Okay.
I've had a thing where in the rider that they send you, or the itinerary rather, they will say, don't say anything about the establishment. And then, of course, every comedian does. Don't acknowledge the mechanical pool in the back. Of course, all of us are going to.
Yeah, of course. First thing you're going to do. I played a place called Moe's Pizza once in Clinton, Iowa. And in the instructions, sometimes you get a little note, sometimes you don't. Then the instruction was you're asked to ask for Paul if you have any questions. If Paul isn't available, and only if Paul is not available, you are able to ask for Moe himself.
Boy,
at Moe's Pizza.
Bet you felt welcome.
Only if Paul is not available, you are allowed to ask for Moe himself.
And if you are in the presence of Moe, no eye contact.
Yeah, it's like that. It was like one of those things.
Make eye contact, $25 off your pay.
I remember. I do remember that show. I remember a table full of people leaving, and I was said, "Oh, there goes the table. Bye, folks." And one guy turned around and goes, "Yeah, we have the guts to actually sit here. We have the guts to actually leave instead of everyone else who is too polite. They're just sitting there to be polite." I'm like, "Oh, everyone here is being nice to me." Some guy they don't know. They're pretending to enjoy the show. So that's what it was. They hated me, and they were pretending like everyone else did. No, everyone else had a good time. That's the beauty of being a comedian. You can tell the people who paid to see you to go.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? I had that conversation with my girlfriend once because she's a server, and I was like, I don't know how you can do that. I do not have the patience.
I couldn't
for
do that.
She's like, well, you deal with people all the time. And I was like, yeah, except I have a microphone in my hand and can say whatever I want.
And you can make fun of them.
As long as I'm funny.
Yeah. And you
can't do that.
You can't make fun of them. You can't say, go, hey, this soup is cold. Nice shirt. Where'd you get it?
Did you get that at Kohl's?
Exactly.
Yeah, I was a food server, and I couldn't do it very long. You frequently have to go up to a table and say, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, how many
sorry.
I'm sorries can you say until you just say, forget it?
You have to deal with entitled, hungry people. That's like the worst scenario ever.
No doubt. I know how I am when I'm hungry. It's not nice.
I mean, all of us. It's human nature.
Way to go, Willie Nelson. Smoke pot. Thanks for watching. Please make sure you're subscribed. Even if you think you are, you're probably not. It only takes a second to check, and then you have to ring that bell so they send you a notification when we drop a new video. Otherwise, they won't tell you when we drop new videos. And if you like our show, please help support it. Become a patron. We give you hours of bonus material every week, and we give a live stream. We do a live stream every Saturday at 2 p.m. Pacific time when you could ask us questions, and we answer them back. Thanks for your support.